You claim that the snow had stopped when the murder occurred. I'm sorry, Iris. That's just impossible. This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and caught on fire. Did you say the bridge was on fire?
You don't mean to say you don't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
Looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive a conservative. You can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real attorney.
Order! Order! Order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, me and the temple was already cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Oh man.
Me? How dare you?
Whatever this witness lied about doesn't mean squat.
Squat?
The important thing now is to find out the truth, isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can be disputed. First, the body of Elise Darling was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Keely. Witness now is desperate, at least a good point. Both counts. That's right, I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I was myself all night. Someone really needs to know something. You have still had no witness and testified this entire time. You're telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy.
Objection!
It's only human now. It's so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the cop. Was it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. Somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the center of the courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this nomadic trick? Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way to go on across the burnout bridge. That's for me somehow demonstrate. We'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
See what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony is true.
Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more. You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
It did? That's why I was in the hospital?
Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across the bridge in this condition.
Do some discredit this testimony. It's going to be deemed and mine would be accused of murder for a third time. Go ahead, I'm only going to say it one more time. It's only human to err, and only humans can spot the error of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
Alright, Miss Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Yep. Okay, maybe we should press things first. Yes, both the snow relief solved when the incident took place. I couldn't cross the bridge, naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Goder said. Well, he did make it across somehow. But you seemed to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure of the snow. I'm terribly sorry, I was wrong. Does she really think an apology is going to get off the hook? This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law. Hello, Mr. Wright. Do you remember what the weather was like when we drove today? Huh? Oh, well, naturally it was. But if it had been some kind of a special day, I would have remembered.
Objection!
No one's here about your childhood traumas, Trey. What? By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. It's just an obsession over that one state. This is true. Shows some evidence that somehow, that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I don't exactly rule out the possibility. What? You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see that.
Who is it? Who is this witness?
I'm checking out there. Gotta keep on the attack and go, go, go. Miss Elise Donham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Louise Donham.
Brilliant!
Highly gifted. Apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was at the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall, and possibly witnessed the event. I think you've all seen the sketch before. Looks like it's out John away witness sometime.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? You're using this prophetic scribble to support your argument?
The judge looks like it's about to blow a gasket. Yeah. Well, Chad, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. If you're so you're gonna turn this case upside down, why not start with a sketch? Upside down. Where'd it go to say?
Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is the sketch trying to show?
I think old Whisker Face is gonna forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look Kevin and think it over. The sketch drawn by Louise Donham is exactly what happened. Of course the victim was climbing it. Something is obviously funny about the sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Maurice Darnham said it over and over, and the sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. Contradicts reality? Yeah. This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, tried, so exactly.
Take that!
That's what I'm thinking, naturally. After all, people haven't learned.
My brain just died.
Where is it then? Oh, the bit on the side.
Take that!
The wire?
It is indeed.
It shows to be out here.
It shows to me how these supposedly clicked.
Take that!
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jump in Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
Order! 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 This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps he just drew it. Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Louise, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? I used to say and you know the reason for that. Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Louise was doing when he witnessed the event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets a pretty flame. Now ponder what sort of position Louise must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembers the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ah!
No way. Maurice Darnham witnessed the event when he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that you saw was actually upside down.
So then, this sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Maurice Darnham's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually... The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge, it was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum.
Objection!
Of all the things to say, a pendulum. The bridge was burning to a crisp, there was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found in the temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. He used the burning bridge to get the body across the other side. The pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yeah, that sounds about right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to put the lightning strike that night could only have been an accident. It doesn't make sense that good people had prepared the rope beforehand. They didn't have time, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was only right in front of them. What? I was saying that was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? And the meaning of this is?
I don't know where the rope came from. It's hanging right there in front of your glorious thing.
Ah! This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Ellie Stoningham's body. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Yeah.
Mr. Godo! Seems like Mr. Godo is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. Seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. I suppose that's not an impossibility at all.
Possible or impossible. That's not a question you asked. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Try it. I wonder if you can prove what happens. Do you have any actual evidence on the body swung like Clinton? Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map. The body was pushed from this point here. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, it must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What? Let me see if you can see on my map. Because I have evidence that suggests the body dropped some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this autopsy. It says here that the body fell about 10 feet afterwards.
Hold on.
Yes? Yeah. 10 feet, huh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to upward momentum, then came loose and fell about 2 feet. And then, as a result of the impending impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. This one that came off of Miss Elise Donham's staff. Even more important, it was the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed, I believe it's already marked on the overhead map. Mr. Wright!
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godo?
He's just a soul user, that's all. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trey. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma. Huh? Coffee's most reliable accomplice is this deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more? The criminal sent the body to the other side like you say. Naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross a dusky bridge, so he reflected the body. What do you have to say about that, Trent?
Mr. Godo is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. It can only be you, Dahlia. I don't see why you're so surprised. It's only made to transport a body from the dusky bridge by Sunbeam. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that can manage it. Besides, we even listening to witnesses' testimony. Neither confirmed there's no cutie pie. Only cleanup duty in a temple garden of a daughter bloodbath. I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godo? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if the defendant was in 2 different places at the same time.
I see they haven't fixed that. Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course, using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness. They've established how the body was moved using the burnout bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred, something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about pendulums. But the body could have been passed along to the other side without your help, so you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Irish to begin with. What? How can you say that?
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, Tread? You mean this woman is... There's no one besides Iris who could have received the corpse. Now I get it. Now I know I've been sick my stomach this whole time. My whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. I want you to try to pin this right on Maya. The woman that's standing out of the witness stand, her real name is Morgan Fay. Joking. I never thought I'd have to talk to your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Sister Iris had a twin sister, and you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Yeah, just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago. But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. So what? There was no meaning in this talk. What? Order! 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 Wait a moment. How can you my sister? She's dead. You of all people surely understand, after all, the blood of the master of the crime channeling technique was in that body. The crime channeling technique? Never have I heard that. That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a... What an exciting story. Exciting, quite impossible. Yeah, it's gonna survive that Dahlia Hawthorne just having me channeled by someone on the very night of the murder at the temple where her twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yes. It's supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. What's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. And that night, there were 2 irises at Hazuko Temple. 2 of them. Even the timing of the channeling was planned out as soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 PM. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave me the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris sister peacefully in the temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Even now what you're saying, tried. This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you can't plan to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is real Iris. What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. I have to mean this was the key to Dahlia Hawthorne having been channeled. Would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Years later, the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, I don't mean that the Iris of Steve's body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazuko Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in his room and arrested. Ever since, she's been under police supervision and detention center. Yes, I suppose. Something like that. Oh goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off. Way off. Still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. Yeah, her demeanor is completely different. Suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous? and I realized and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
Switch places?
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hawthorne Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
There was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to. Well, uniform.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, you know, they switched places at that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here.
Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice!
Guess I'll have to ask again. Pardon me, a beautiful lady always asks for a name and profession. That's one of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession, permanently retired. Yeah. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh? Why should I? After all, I'm dead. And there's really nothing you can do to punish me.
What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. Now followed me again, and now followed me like this. And this time I'll end it, for her and for myself.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness?
Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems like if we're to learn the truth, we don't need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. When you see what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
Holy shit, even the testimonies been stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as next month. Wait for it to work. Maya Fay would have first after that. The idea was for me to kill Maya and have to blame things on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
So that means you really are...
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes, from that. Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that. Watch yourself, Tribe. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's what my rules.
Mr. Goodall is correct. And by the way, that's what my rules as well.
Kill Maya? True. you think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. My fate is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Hawthorne. Morgan deserves a death sentence after this. Because now she's gone as far as to get Maya killed. She's just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Phoebe? Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your snivelling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. I can't believe it. She went to kill Maya, with cool head. And I need to get more information on her. You were executed last month, right? Yes, that was fine. How did you manage to discuss the plan? And did you talk more than saying? I see, so that's when you discussed the plan? You're crazy. At first, that woman's planning to kill me as well. I've never heard of it. Or think Pearl Fay the master of crime. Oh wait. We're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes, at first you have high hopes for her. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her along with our path. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at the little temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. As children, you have more money as to go around, don't you? How horrible! Now I agree with this bitch. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl. Just born with an abundance of spiritual power. Fortunately for her, Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having a bloodline within the heaven. Talk about a fucking inferiority complex. I without she's just power hungry. Maya would have to die, but why? Our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But the Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad, you still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. Yep. Pearl on death row after this. How could anyone do that? That's what I mean. Once this trial's over, get Morgan upon death row. You were going to kill Maya? Oh, didn't need to know anything else. All she had to do was follow instructions and let them challenge me. I was something you was how I finished the job. In any case, Maya is dead, and there's nothing really you can do to stop me. So the plan was to blame the crime on your youngest twin, and sister Iris that has a cursed temple. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind of gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that. I act my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. My own personal satisfaction. What did you say? It's this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne. Decided to give her a more smug voice this time around. Because this is the real Dahlia. She's not playing on the act. Do you understand why I would kill my affair? Like girls? No reason is because you're helping Morgan Fay. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself and the end I died. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Good for me, dear. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish them, Dad, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia. Somehow Mia's was it. It sent her message. It was at her hands I suffered assassination.
You know Dahlia's only ever looked out for herself. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time feeding to the dead. I already told you, there's nothing you can do.
Ah.
That night, at about 9:30 PM, I materialized into this world. Quickly pinned my hair up and found a demon warden hood. Darling, you're saying you stabbed? You were stabbed? That's my fame must have stabbed me.
Objection!
That's not like her at all. Why you wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork? Anyway, she lost consciousness before I did. I scrawled her name on the lantern. As I was passing out, I wrote Maya. I hoped there was no suspicion. I can't believe she was thinking around until the bitter end. It stops! I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya through my own hands. The very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. I woke up after that. I was in the secret cavern. Surrounded by darkness.
You're in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I'd been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there? Alright, that was go then.
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya was dead, and I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I'd killed her myself.
For a ghost, you want to cook.
I wanted to get her out there and make sure she was dead, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped.
I didn't know how to do it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. It wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning. Someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it be not Maya? I thought the same thing. I couldn't see. Why not? This one inspired me. I would have lost my chance to take revenge. I made sure I hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, two people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and pearls. I was wondering if they could have hanging skull and gravy.
Yeah, I'll find you managed to move them on. But I see.
What do you mean by that?
What lies had already signed together?
The grade had been fixed and the police had started an investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't do it. Instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized we'd get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I approached. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
Yeah, that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris?
Said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got healed.
What? Got a cough a bit too soon. That's on the little thing.
And I locked her away in my place. I'll find you learned exactly what happened. It was then that I learned that my plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan succeeded?
I misunderstood one thing, you see. That night the one had summoned me. I assumed that was Pearl Fate.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I don't know. The person I actually called my spirit back was Misty Faye. The picture recorder.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility. I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left behind. Maya Faye. I wasn't able to kill her in my own hands after. Even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide, the sin of killing her own mother.
No way! Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Faye. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life
Ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Let's think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What?
What do you mean?
What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Faye has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, she's in the sacred cavern, it's just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape the inner cave temple, which is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she can be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Eagle River. Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. There's probably someone that can tell what's wrong. So, what do you have to say now, Phoebe? Oops, sorry, that's my fault. What kind of ringtone is that? Go away. Okay. Was it something important? They just finished removing locks from the cabin. That's great. How about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? Or the accused? Sister Iris. Huh? I'm not so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished her, you know. So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cabin. No, it can't be. Don't you deny you said? No! It seems that this case has come to an end, a tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Dunham, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to the... Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. It can't be. Yeah. Tried. Have you ever heard of this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable you see. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godo? Regarding this witness, Maya Fey threw herself in the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means that Maya threw herself in the river. It must have been from the inner temple side, from the bridge. That's right she jumped on. But how's it impossible? It's impossible to jump in the river from there. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trey. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible. I couldn't have gone herself into the Eagle River. Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows how bad than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh! You're right! You shouldn't have reached the river if you had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. So you finally figured it out. Well, yeah, at the end of the day, Godo also had a grudge against Dahlia. So of course he'd rain on her parade.
Order! Order!
You're just playing with me. My face body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else you could possibly be hiding.
Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Yes, I agree with you.
Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. You now know she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place you could be.
What? What is this one possibility you're talking about?
That's how we sleep now. Where is her body then? Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Not me living up no way to punish the dead. I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne a ultimate punishment. Did I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? There's only one possibility left, namely, it's right here in this very courtroom. Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said, I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is selling Dahlia Hawthorne? Why not? That's obvious. It's perfect. That pathetic little sniveling runt. You're wrong. Pearl tried, but she couldn't do it. Some call me for Pearl, but who? Pearl's even tried again the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What can that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. It wasn't Pearl that challenged you. There was someone who called you before she could.
Take that!
This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Mr. Faye's gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already, I can't stand the tension.
Dahlia Hawthorne. The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. What? Yep.
But how could this be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal?
She said her goal was to kill Maya Fey.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Well, Graham saw that.
Could it be?
Looks like you finally understand, Jonah. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya challenged you. There's only one reason. To protect herself from you. Protect herself? Me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you are only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. But then the problem came, where would have been the safest place to hide? All this time before you'd been channeled like pearls, it might never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. Saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp. Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have done something like that. Who could have given her such a brilliant idea? Well... Mia! Mia Fey. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. So it's true. Who has you? Yes. Here's something else. What? What are you doing here? That hair. It's pearls, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I need to think back to that night one more time.
You had just cornered Maya in the temple's garden. And then for a brief moment you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fate. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. He did.
Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed.
When she woke up, she was in the train. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. Of course, I didn't have all the details, but I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? Things time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put that lock on there. But yeah, she's the one with the Magatama. You had the Magatama, rather.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
She hadn't done it. Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fang. Pearls? Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, so all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Pay's instructions. If she'd succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So there's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used by Pearl Fang. Give Maya at all costs.
Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you? I won't forget this. I'll just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, when you say. What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet Dahlia Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth, that wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid over a prisoner and that weakling of a policeman. And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. Was she? Makes sense, given your track record of crime. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer fun. You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. And now this, you messed up again. You can let Maya Fay escape, even though she was right there in front of you. Mia Fay, Mia Fay, Mia Fay. You spinster. Supposed to kill my Fay like a swire would. If only you'd gone this spudgy head jerk. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You'll never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you'll never defeat me. As long as I'm around, your destiny is for all eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you're already dead. What about it? You said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia, and that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who could never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you is burnt to a crisp.
You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose like you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Bye-bye.
Now then, I assume you're the real Iris?
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cabin.
I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godo, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
They asked me, Your Honor. Looks like she went back to the hell she came from.
Seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It'd be best, Reverend, if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
About this whole stupid meeting thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now.
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticized me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the crime channeling technique.
Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult?
I've seen quite a few things on many years on the bench. In all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
No further in that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection!
You're a little too fast for that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godo?
This trial isn't over yet. That's what it means.
What?
Right, remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in the testimony? That's Dahlia's testimony? This is Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya. She was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed is a spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. At least Dahlia. No, Misty Faye. But you killed her. You still don't know who did it.